An update on a budget deal in the legislature, the Satanic Temple eyes participation in a school chaplain program, and OU students hold a pro-Palestinian rally on campus. This is the KGOU AM News Brief for Thursday, May 2nd. I'm Nick Daniels. Oklahoma lawmakers are close to reaching a budget deal. It could be as soon as the weekend, if you ask certain members of the House. But State Capitol reporter Lionel Ramos tells us a shakeup in the Senate fiscal leadership is expected to delay negotiations.
House Speaker Charles McCall says he thinks the two chambers could agree upon budget appropriations for fiscal year 2025 as soon as this week.
I really hope to get a budget deal done this week. I think we're very close. There's only about 4 areas of the budget that there's just not quiet agreement on, and that hopefully could work through those.
Those areas of disagreement include common and higher education funding, an income tax cut, and some deferred maintenance projects at universities, parks, and other public spaces. Senate Pro Tem Greg Treat replaced his chief budget negotiator with the House Tuesday. The move is expected to delay budget talks past this week. In Oklahoma City, I'm Lionel Ramos.
The Satanic Temple is looking to participate in a school chaplain program should the measure pass the state legislature. State Superintendent Ryan Walters has supported the bill, but took to social media Wednesday to warn off the religious group. State Impact's Beth Wallace reports.
Senate Bill 36 would allow districts to employ chaplains or accept them as volunteers to provide support, services, and programs for students. The Satanic Temple's founder, Lucian Greaves, says it will be participating in the program if it passes. In response, State Superintendent Ryan Walters posted Wednesday, quote, "Satanists are not welcome in Oklahoma schools, but they are welcome to go to hell." Greaves says while the Satanic Temple would rather schools just adequately staff qualified professional counselors for student support, if the bill passes, his federally recognized religion has the same rights as any other.
You can't simply advocate for bringing religions in school and then tweet out later that one specific religious group isn't allowed. That's not how legislation is made. That's not how laws are passed. You can't change the Constitution by fiat from Twitter.
The bill is waiting to be heard in the Senate. For State Impact, I'm Beth Wallace.
As the war in Gaza wages on, our own Hannah France reports OU students join the growing number of students across the country calling for their universities to cut ties with companies supporting Israel.
The OU Student Coalition for Palestinian Liberation held a rally on campus Wednesday afternoon to call for the university to divest from companies like Chevron, which supports Israel financially, and Lockheed Martin, which provides Israel with weapons. On their Instagram, the student organization notes OU divested from companies supporting South African apartheid following student rallies in the 80s. Other student organizations like the OU Student Socialist League and local organizations like the Red Dirt Collective attended the rally and have signed on to the demand for divestment. Another rally at OSU is planned for May 2nd. I'm Hannah France.
Governor Kevin Stitt has vetoed a measure that would have required farmers, ranchers, and other commercial irrigators to track how much water they pull from Oklahoma's aquifers. OPMX's Grayson Wheeler has more on the bill, which lawmakers say could help Oklahoma understand and protect its groundwater stores.
Oklahoma already limits how much groundwater commercial wells can use. But currently, irrigators self-report on a form each year, and the state doesn't have a good way to double-check. Although overuse is a concern, lawmakers say they think many irrigators actually use less than they report, for fear they'll have their limit lowered otherwise. Representative Carl Newton and Senator Brent Howard authored House Bill 3194, which would have required more accurate monitoring and documentation of groundwater use. Both lawmakers are from western Oklahoma, where most communities rely on aquifers for their water. The bill landed on the governor's desk last week, but Stitt vetoed it for what he calls, quote, government overreach at its finest. Now it's up to the legislature to overturn the governor's veto if they so choose. I'm Grayson Wheeler.
You'll find more news at our website, kgou.org, and on the KGOU PM News Brief podcast.
At a time when information continues to come at us faster and faster, sometimes you need to hit pause and rewind. NPR's Throughline takes you back in time to the source of the news stories filling your feed. Find NPR's Throughline wherever you get your podcasts.